what did you think of what happened today, specifically when the Vice President refused to take the oath, and even though you kept insisting that the oath was administered to all witnesses and resource persons?
Well, of course, we accorded the Vice President the due respect her office deserves. And alam po ninyo, we do not want to make this a big fuss out of it. But at the end of the day, like what I said during the committee hearing, this will not be a precedent. We just extended courtesy to the office of the Vice President.
Okay, so you're drawing a line. So this is just out of courtesy to her today, but it's not that you're going to be granting the same courtesy in future sessions, correct?
Definitely, especially to the resource person as well as to the staff of the Office of the Vice President.
The former president, Gloria Macapagal-Arroyo, says that witnesses and resource persons are not the same thing under a Supreme Court ruling. Was she right? Was she correct?
Well, the legal basis that the former president was mentioning was in that case, I think the person involved was already accused. But even if that is the case, under our rules, whether you are an accused or there is a pending case, still the committee can still investigate on any person as long as they have found to be or there is an allegation of malfeasance, misfeasance, and nonfeasance. Lahat po, anything that will involve public interest, lahat po yan, we can always, at any time, we can always investigate. Now, under our rules, we can also cite in contempt anyone who refused to be sworn in. But because of the nature of the office of the Vice President, we accorded the respect due to her office.
Congressman, how do you plan to get her to speak? Because today there was no answers at all about the misuse or malfeasance, misfeasance, and nonfeasance of the use of funds. Instead, she turned the tables on the House committee and said that this was a well-funded, well-coordinated political attack. How do you plan to get her to talk, and does that merit citing her in contempt?
Well, actually, that is we are giving the Vice President the opportunity to ventilate all issues thrown against her. This is the right and the proper forum to do so. But if the Vice President will refuse to answer, then at least we are giving her due process. Alam po ninyo, even in the court of law, no, if you will not answer, you are waiving your right to defend yourself.
Well, she did say that this was an inquiry and possible, probably leading to impeachment, trying to find grounds for impeachment rather, and that she refuses to participate in that. What would you have to say?
Well, this inquiry is in aid of legislation. The fact that this is in aid of legislation, what we are trying to do right now is to find laws and look at it if there is loopholes. Like for example, the use of confidential fund, whether or not all agencies can use it. Like a while ago, like what I said, that I believe that we should pass laws that will limit the agencies or department who can use confidential funds. Now, with respect to the issue of impeachment, that I do not know yet, but what we are doing right now is in aid of legislation.
Wait, Congressman, which funds of the Vice President are you looking to put the spotlight on? You talked about the confidential funds, but apart from that, where did you find issue, and which are you planning to raise?
Well, actually, there were several issues that were raised a while ago. Like, for example, the the notice of disallowance that based on the audit report of the COA amounting to more than 70 million. Apparently, it was used against or not in accordance with what the what the COA circular provides. So yan, isa na po yan. So yun po.
Congressman, after today's hearing, Vice President Sara Duterte faced reporters in an ambush interview, and she did say that she showed up today dahil para matapos na at para masabi ko na kung ano yung posisyon ko. Congressman, what's next in this hearing? How can we, are you still looking to invite the Vice President to future hearings?
Of course, we will always invite the Vice President, being the party in interest, and it is up to the Vice President if she will cooperate or not. Well, if that is the case, then she is waiving her right to defend herself and to ventilate issues that concerns her department or office.
Did you ever find out the reason why she had to leave early, Congressman?
Well, in fairness to the Vice President, she did ask permission from the chair, from me.
But you never found out the reason, sir?
Well, it is. It would be futile on the part of the committee to hold the Vice President there, considering that she did not take her oath. So we cannot elicit questions from the Vice President. So what's the point of holding her up?
Well, to begin with, did you know that she was appearing today? I think it surprised a few people, but you yourself, did you know?
Well, we just invited her, so it's her right to appear. And I believe that she should appear, at least, to ventilate issues.
Okay. One other, or a couple of other people who turned up today was the team, the audit team that actually issued the notice of disallowance. And finally, we got some answers. And they said that if you get a notice of disallowance, you basically only have two options. One is to return the money or file an appeal. As far as you know, has the OVP filed an appeal?
I think they have yet to file an appeal.
Okay, so what happens then, Congressman Chua? Do you lawmakers then have to wait for the appeal, or can you make a decision and move forward without it?
No, we can. We don't. There's no need for us to wait. What we are looking at is if there is any loopholes in the laws, or if there is any violation that was committed. So we can push, or we can go with the hearing.
Well, Congressman, if the Office of the Vice President fails to submit an explanation on that notice of disallowance, ano po yung posibleng mangyari dito nga sa kanilang opisina? Can cases be filed? What are the next steps? What can you recommend if there will be no answer from the OVP?
Well, iba po yung sa amin. Iba rin po dun sa COA. Of course, there are set of rules that needs to be followed. But insofar as the committee is concerned, basta kami tuloy-tuloy lang.
Are you also looking to bring in resource persons from the Department of Education? Because I believe they're also looking at the spending on the ICT equipment na parang 19.22% lang yung nagastos doon sa I think 11 point something billion pesos.
We have already invited the resource person. It was Congressman Abante who manifested a while ago to invite representative of DepEd during the term of the Vice President when she was still the Secretary of DepEd. So we are going to issue invitation to these people.
Will that be the next agenda for the next hearing?
Well, actually, it was part of the agenda a while ago based on the motu proprio, based on the manifestation of Congressman Jinky Luistro during the committee hearing. And it just so happened that we were not able to invite certain persons because kanina nga lang po na isa lang yung moto proprio.
Okay. We're going to have to leave that there for now. We know you have something to get to, but thank you so much for talking to us again. That was Representative Joel Chua, Chairman of the House Committee on Good Government and Public Accountability.